Yeah. New West. North Side. Look. Look. Check.
Touch me, shit.
One.
Greatness, like I ain't G-Go deep, nigga.
Look. Finna talk my shit.
This life tried to shelf a nigga, had me riding that sideline. You bitch niggas never big enough to block my shine. It's my time, bitch. I shoot my shot from the baseline. Cause ain't no nigga walking on this earth finna take mine. Hustle hard like a single mother feeding children. Some niggas crumble when they feel the weight of pressure building. Same niggas quick to shoot when there be shit conflicting. I guess it's funny how this music can be contradicted.
I'm the mega mind. In water, they call me Megalodon. Creature from the deep, I'm diving. I got my bubbles going north side. Dina forever, nigga, I'm putting on minutes on the mic. Got bleed bar, smoke Chevron. Money main mission, nigga. You got the numbers wrong. Niggas getting jealous. Bitches be overzealous. I'm trying to be a boss, my nigga, not an apprentice. I meant this when I said it. My soul invested.
Swerving, and I'm ducking all that sucker shit I'm serving. So I know the block is hot, shit got me swerving. Puffing trees, burning rubber, no Sherman. Them niggas swerving, oh yeah, I'm swerving. And I'm ducking all that sucker shit I'm serving. So I know the block is hot, shit got me swerving. Puffing trees, burning rubber, no Sherman. Them niggas swerving, oh yeah, I'm
swerving. Searching, but ain't no time for lurking. Searching, but ain't no time for lurking. Gotta do this thing that we supposed to. Just live life, give thanks, and make grace. Be great.
Yeah.
What is the deal? Raider Nation, you back for another live episode of Syndicate Sunday, right? It's your boy Raider Rundown, holding it down like I do, right? And today we're going to be discussing the Luke Getsy hiring. I got some numbers for y'all that may open your eyes just a tad. We're going to go over his coaching history. We're going to go over all the places he been, right? And maybe it will make us feel better about this hiring. But I do want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. What is the deal, Trey B? What's up, man? We could have hired Brian Johnson as our OC, the former Eagles OC, but I'm going to ride with AP on this one. I'm not going to lie to you, Trey B. Even if they would have hired Brian Johnson, I wouldn't have been excited for that either because that Eagles offense didn't look good. They didn't look all the way good, right? So I would have been tripping about that as well. So it's not just that. We picked this OC up for two tacos and a large fountain drink. Off rip. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, when we go over these numbers in just a little bit, his rankings, what the offense looked like and all that, maybe it makes y'all feel better. Maybe. What's the deal, Tip? How you feeling, man? What's the deal? So once again, right, I want to go over some of his numbers. We're going to get some of the TRS squad up in here a little later, right? But you know I hold it down. I'm going to go over some of the numbers and compare them to the Raiders' numbers first, right? So, but at the end of the day, we do got to look at his coaching history first and resume. So that's what I'm going to go through. Luke Getsy's coaching resume. Okay, so first off, we know that he was with the Green Bay Packers, right? We knew he was with the Green Bay Packers first. They hired him in 2014, right, as the offensive quality control coach. So under that time, he was still under Mike McCarthy, right? And he wasn't really doing a lot until 2016 when he was promoted to the wide receivers coach. Now, I've seen multiple different occurrences where people tell me that he helped Devontae develop because in 2016, that's when Devontae broke out, and he's the one that helped Devontae develop. I thought it was Edgar Bennett, regardless of the case, right? So you can say that he was with Devontae in the times that he developed into the receiver that he was. Now, I believe he can take a little part in that, right? So you say that. But after that, he then went on to Mississippi State in 2017, right? And he was hired there as their offensive coordinator and their receivers coach. It took 2 years for him to get back into the league with Green Bay for a second stint in 2019. He's rehired as the quarterbacks coach, and this is when Matt LaFleur came in, right? This is when Matt LaFleur came in. And then in 2020, he was promoted to the passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Now, right, I do want to say, of course, Matt LaFleur gets most of the credit for Jordan Love and all that, but being a quarterbacks coach, being the pass game coordinator, he does get just a tad bit of the Jordan Love resurgence that we saw this year, right? I mean, it's not like Jordan Love received zero coaching or did none of that. And this is my problem with some fans, right? They say like, oh, he didn't do anything with Jordan Love. Like, what you think he's just under contract getting paid to do nothing in the NFL, bro? Like, let's be real, bro. He had some hand. We're not saying that he was the main part of Jordan Love's development and all that. But what we are saying, though, it's naive to sit there and say that he didn't have no part to play in that. It is also naive to say that he didn't have no part in the play in Justin Fields not developing the way he's developing. Two things can be true, right? And it doesn't have to be one or the other. So, yes, he does get just a tad credit for Jordan Love, but he also does get the blame for Justin Fields not developing as well. So, I mean, you got to look at it from both sides of the spectrum there. So, we see it there. That's how I'm looking at it. But after the Green Bay stint, he did go on to Chicago. And we know what happened there for 2 years, right? We seen him for 2 years. He was there the first year. It was all right. They were hoping there was some more growth that was going to happen in his second year. Didn't really occur, right? And it seemed like he struggled to fit the offense underneath the players' skill sets, right? It seemed like he didn't really know how to take advantage of his players, right? And their skill sets. Now, being granted, the Bears had trash skill positions. I will say that. They had trash skill positions, but before getting DJ Moore, it was very bare at the wide receiver position. I'm not really a Darnell Mooney fan, right? I think they can do better there. I like Cole Kmet. He did pretty good things with them, and I will say that the rushing attack for Chicago since he's been there has been pretty good. Now, in just a minute, we're going to realize and we're going to see, why the rushing attack was so good. You got to remember Justin Fields was running his ass off. So we're going to look at how many yards Justin Fields had out of all them yards, right? And then we'll see. But definitely, this is his coaching tree. I will say that he has background in the Shanahan tree as well. He has background there. I mean, especially with the connection to Mike LaFleur and all that. So there's connection in the Shanahan tree from this offense. I don't know if his offensive scheme is derived from the Shanahan tree and if that's where he's getting it from. But if that's the case, you know what I mean? That's a pretty good tree to come off of as well. So, I mean, I don't think the situation in Chicago, right, was good for any parties. All right. I don't think the situation in Chicago was good with any parties. And I will say this, right? Everybody, I'm going to tell you this right now. Dead to Justin Fields talk, bro. Dead it. It's not happening. He's not coming here, bro. He's not going to be a Raider. And why? Him and Getsy didn't get along from the jump. You mean to tell me you want to bring a quarterback in here where it took the damn offensive coordinator a season and a half to figure out how to use his skill sets right? No, I'll pass on that. No, that's not happening, right? So I would understand if the marriage was successful, right? Like if him and Fields was doing things together and the marriage was successful, okay, bring him over here. But we ain't seen no previous or prior success. So why in the hell would I bring him over there in hopes that he comes over here and turns the shit around? Like, no. It's not happening, right? So if you were to get Luke Getsy, now keep in mind, as I am doing this live right here, he's not officially signed. So I want everybody to know that, right? He's not officially signed. So regardless of whatever you see, the ink ain't dry. So we thought the same shit about Kingsbury, and look what happens now. So all I'm saying is the ink ain't dry. But if it does happen, dead the Fields talk, bro, because he's not coming here. He's definitely not coming here. He's definitely not coming here. Do you think Champ was the one behind this hiring? No. From all intents and purposes, what I hear, it's AP and Telesco. I'm going to say this. I'm not going to completely shit on the hiring, but I'm not going to completely buy in either, right? Like, I'm in wait and see mode. And I'm not just going to be a super pessimist or I'm not going to be super optimistic, right? I'm just in wait and see mode. And that's okay as a fan. Don't let nobody else tell you that you have to pick a side and all that shit. No, you don't. You don't have to pick a side, bro. You can sit here and wait and see. Why? Because as logical fans say, there's about how many months until they play actual football, right? Till they take a snap. So why in the fuck would I come to a conclusion in fucking February? It's stupid, right? It's stupid. Wait to see what happens. If be honest with ourselves, right? If Raider fans pretty much had their way, Patrick Graham would have been gone 2 seasons ago. He would have been gone his first season, right? So sometimes, bro, we can get too emotional. And I understand it. I can get emotional too. I'm a fucking fan. But sometimes we gotta calm that shit down, bro. Calm it down, right? Relax. Sometimes shit don't work out at a job you were supposed to have it work out at, and you go somewhere else, and all of a sudden, it's a breath of fresh air, right? I don't know if that's going to happen here with Luke Getsy. But all I'm saying is just wait and see, bro. You being pessimist and saying, oh, I'm not going to watch it because Luke Getsy's the offense coordinator. Bro, you're saying that in February. Do you hear how you sound? Like, be real with yourself, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're saying you're not going to watch football or the Raiders in February. Be serious with yourself, bro. Like, there's so much other shit to go down. There's still football to be played, still a roster to be made. We'll see, bro. We will see. But once again, I'm not going to completely shit on it, but I'm not going to completely buy in either, right? That's just not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at. Shout out to everybody in the chat. AP said he was looking for an OC that was good fit with the Raiders. At first instinct, 831, I didn't like it. I'm being honest with you, right? Like, in first instinct, I didn't like it. But, right, I have said in the past, I got to check myself, right? I have said in the past, sometimes it don't matter about the flash, right? It don't fucking matter about the flash as long as the shit works. So this is exactly what I'm just saying right now. I got to wait to see because we don't know if it's going to work. If it works, right? Because check this out. I could be on here right now and completely shit on the hiring. And I could be like, this is the dumbest shit the Raiders have ever done. Oh, this is stupid. I can't watch it. I can't do that. And then come in September or whatever, and they start actually looking decent. And then I'm going to come and backtrack on my shit. Like, no, I'm not going to do that, right? So all I'm saying is, let's see. We don't know what the fit is. Maybe he was a better fit than Cliff. I'm not going to lie to you. The way Cliff did pull out did rub me the wrong way. I'm not going to say completely fuck Cliff, but it did rub me the wrong way. I didn't like that prima donna shit right there. I didn't. And that rubbed me the wrong way about Cliff. And I liked Cliff. I wanted Cliff to come up in here. But when he did that, I didn't like it, right? And a part of me was like, well, that's cool. I don't want that prima donna shit with my coach either, right? So that's cool. If Getsy could come in here and ingratiate himself like Patrick Graham has done, well, then shit, we good, right? We good. What's the point? What's the point in tripping about it? So that's all I'm saying. Like, let's wait and see, bro. Let's wait and see what it is. And I understand that it's not sexy. It ain't sexy at all. No, it ain't sexy at all. But I will say this, right? Regardless of what the Raiders do, some motherfucker gonna be mad, right? I mean, I saw us hire Cliff Kingsbury, and a bunch of people was like, "Oh my god, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like." So what does it matter, bro? What the fuck what does it matter about what we think anyway? Like, to be honest with ourselves, right? I come on here, I create the content. Everybody in that building don't give a fuck what I say. They don't give a fuck what we think. They don't, right? They're gonna do what they do because why? Because we show it every day as fans, right? We show it every day. We're fickle. Fucking sheep, right? Like some people are gonna like some shit, some people are not gonna like some shit. That's how it is since the dawn of time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're never gonna get 100% consensus on something, especially if you're a Raider fan, bro. It ain't never gonna be no 100% consensus. There's always gonna be some subsection of motherfuckers that don't or like something when a majority of other people don't or do like something. So it is what it is, right? There were questions about Kingsbury's offense. There's questions about Getsy's offense. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and get through some more of these comments. Luke is a hell of a lot better choice than Skinny Jeans King. See? Look at Bob. Bob didn't like King. Bob didn't like Cliff. Shout out to my guy, Randy. He didn't like Cliff either, right? Shout out to Chris from Protect the Shield. He wasn't sold on Cliff. Vice versa, I liked Cliff, right? I think Turf liked Cliff. So it's like, we don't know what's going to work. Cliff could have signed it here and been completely ass. I'm not saying he would have been, but we don't know, right? We have no idea. Raiders have much better roster than the Bears. That is a fact, Tip. It's a fact. It's a fact, right? We don't know if that's going to translate to the field, but it's a fact, bro. We have better skill positions to work with. Hesitation kills. Jumping to conclusions kills faster. Talk that shit, gun smoke. Talk it, right? Right? And I got to check myself sometimes. I get emotional out this mug, but it's better for us to wait and see. Football ain't played, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Let the football be played. You know what I mean? And then we'll see what happens after that. I have a settlement here coming up. I want this dude repping me talking like this when asking what. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's see who our QB will be. Thank you. Oh, talk that to. We don't even have a fucking quarterback. Now, I will say this, right? The fan in me is concerned. I'm concerned, right? And y'all let me know if you share the sentiment. But the fan in me is concerned, bro, because with Getsy in here, obviously, I think the Fields dream is a wash, bro. Like, with Getsy coming in here, you're not getting Justin Fields, right? So that's gone. I think Justin Fields probably going to go to Atlanta or some shit. Are we going to draft one still? Like, do we trust Getsy in developing a young quarterback? Now, if I just said that thing about Jordan Love, cool. But I know he was working with Matt LaFleur a lot. So I don't... That's what I'm saying. With these like passing game coordinators and quarterback coaches and shit like that, you don't know who's responsible for what, right? You have no idea who's responsible for what because he was under Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers was playing well. So then he can sit there and be in interviews like, oh, I helped Aaron do this and I helped Aaron do this or I helped Jordan Love do this. You don't fucking know what he did, right? We have no idea what he did. He could have just been sitting there and giving that man drinks of water. Who the fuck knows, right? Who knows? Or he could have actually been coaching the man. We ain't in the building. So at the end of the day, I think, you know, like I keep saying it, but we have to wait and see, bro, because everything we're going to hear right now is speculation in the window, bro. It's all speculation. He didn't help with Jordan Love. Oh, he didn't do this. Oh, he helped develop Devontae Adams. Oh, no, he didn't. We don't fucking know. We have no idea, right? So we got to continuously build this roster, and the quarterback thing is where it's concerning me right now because are we going to trust Getsy to develop a young quarterback? Is that what we're going to trust? Because if you take one, like, for example, say you take Jaden Daniels at 6. Well, I didn't like the way you looked with Justin Fields. Why in the fuck would I get another quarterback of the same type of skill set and give him to you fresh out of college? That's pretty stupid if you ask me. That's just me, right? Like, the skill sets are kind of different, and it took you a year and a half to build around Justin Fields' skill set. You think I'm going to trust you with a guy we draft in the top 10 and you don't even know how to adjust your game plan? That's the shit that concerns me, right? You got to speak it all. You got to speak it all. Learn the balls. Funny name. If this doesn't work, what you won't. See? Well, we don't know. Whoever okayed this hire, I don't care if it's Telesco or AP, they need to man up. Yeah, no, and that's a fact. That's a fact, right? Because this is risky. I mean, even if you think about it, though, Cliff was risky, right? Because everybody was like, oh, that's Cliff Kingsbury. If it didn't work, oh, my God, we'd be sitting here killing them, right? We'd be killing them if it didn't work. Same shit with this. So we have to – it's all about, I think, the quarterback position. That's what it is, right? And I'm not going to lie, that's probably how Getsy is selling the shit, right? Like, and I've heard from multiple people – on Twitter, right, Instagram, whatever the case, bro, like multiple, even throughout this week. A lot of people don't think it was Getsy that was the problem, right? A lot of people don't think it was Getsy that was a problem. Now, obviously, he was some of the problem, but they think that Justin Fields was a bigger problem. People in the league seem to think that Justin Fields is a bigger problem. I mean, once again, you don't know that shit for fact because, right? Justin Fields could go to Atlanta and all of a sudden look like a goddamn top 5 quarterback. Or Getsy could come here and look like a goddamn top 10 coordinator. Who knows, right? But once they separate, we're going to see. And that's why I say Justin Fields not coming here because it's already the speculation and the story of, oh, it wasn't Getsy. It was Justin Fields. And, you know, once that chirping and shit start happening from behind the scenes, they probably ain't getting together, bro. You know what I mean? They probably ain't getting together. So at the end of the day, I think that, you know, but once again, I keep saying it, bro. I keep saying you gotta wait and see, bro. I keep saying this shit. Why do you think this news hit the wires? And that's my question too. It hit so late. And I want to continuously remind y'all, it's still not official. Right? We talking all this and we talking all that. They have not officially hired this man. Okay. I ain't seen no official hiring. I ain't seen none of that unless I'm talking shit right now, and I ain't seen it. But nah. No, I ain't seen him be officially hired. Now all the talk is there, but this is the same thing as the Cliff thing to me. We always ready for that to be official, and it's not official yet. You know what I mean? So maybe it's not official, but even if it's not, bro, it's still gonna concern me because I'm like, bro, what the fuck are y'all doing in here, bro? That's two offensive coordinators, right? That's two. Now, if you just bouncing around to try to get your dude, then okay, but who the hell are you gonna land at? Because if you're doing that with two coordinators, always got to be somebody good, right? You got to sell us on something. I know a lot of people like Eric Bieniemy, and once again, I keep saying we're gonna go through the rankings of the Bears offense and what they've done, but understand, right? Understand, Eric Bieniemy ranked 32nd in rush attempts. That's ass. That's bad, right? That's not good. And if I'm not mistaken, they didn't really run the ball when he was there with Patty Mahomes, right? When he was there with the Chiefs, they wasn't really running the ball like that. Not that I know. This is the first time I've ever seen the Chiefs for real run the ball the way they're running the ball. I don't think they was running the ball like that when Bieniemy was there. So is that a trend? It's some shit that us Raider fans will not accept. Be honest with yourself, right? You get an offensive coordinator here that don't run the ball, that don't utilize Josh Jacobs. Oh, the bitching and moaning we gonna hear is gonna be out this world. I don't even want to hear that shit. So if you're talking about Eric Bieniemy, understand that, right? He did rank 32nd in rush attempts. As a Raider fan, and if you're a Josh Jacobs fan, you know damn well that ain't gonna fly with you. So you know what's up. You know what's up. We really can't teach AOC to run for 5. It take the man 10 seconds to get started. That's the problem, Gunsmoke, right? You can teach him to run, but it take this man a minute for the motor to run hot, right? He gotta warm the feet up and do all that shit. Then go. He can't just take off. He might fuck around and pull something, man. You can't do that. Can't do that. You got it, bro. Are we gonna develop? Like, is he gonna be in charge of developing this new quarterback if we get a top 10 one? And if he is, I ain't really confident in what the fuck you've been doing before, right? And like I said, if you can give me definitive proof that he helped Jordan Love, if you can give me definitive proof that he helped Aaron Rodgers in this time, then sure. But then it's like, right? What the fuck? Then how the fuck is Nathaniel Hackett getting all these jobs? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck is Nathaniel Hackett getting all these jobs if Luke Getsy was the one that helped Aaron Rodgers to a degree, right? Like, it's all fucking confusing to me because all these coaches are gonna sit here and chirp and say they helped this person or whatever the person. I just don't want the fact that this man, coached and had Aaron Rodgers to be the fact that, oh man, he might be a good coach. There's so many coaches in the league that get jobs based on the quarterbacks they have worked around and with. Aaron Rodgers so far has gotten like damn near 3 coaches hired, and not one of them are good. Not one. So I just need to figure out, where the definitive shit is coming from. What has he definitively done, right? Before Chicago, what has he definitively done? Now, shout out to Chris. He did say that, when he took over as offensive coordinator, the passing game ranked, I believe, from 18th to 1st or something like that, or when he came in as the passing game coordinator, the passing game for the Bears or the Packers went from 18th to 1st or something like that. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's a passing game coordinator. What the fuck does he actually do, right? You know what I mean? Like, we have to know the plan. So maybe we have to Google what the hell a passing game coordinator is to understand the role, right? You know what? Fuck that. We're going to do that right now. We're going to Google University. And once again, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button because we're going to come with the details and all that. Let me see. What is a passing game coordinator? Yeah. What's the job? What's the job? An assistant who assists with the passing game, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? But, like, is he sitting there drawing up pass plays, right? Is he sitting there drawing up how they're going to attack through the air? Or is he helping the offensive coordinator with that? Like, that's the questions I do have, right? That's the questions I do have. Randy, what's the deal? They're not getting one of the top. No, I don't think so. I really don't. Because the way it's looking, bro, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The way it's looking, and it depresses me because y'all know I want a quarterback, but we finna get a tackle or some shit in the first round, bro. I'm telling you that right now. The way it's looking, bro, we finna get a tackle or we finna get a defensive player, right? And the quarterback position gonna be a goddamn toss up, and I swear to you, I swear to you, if they start Aiden O'Connell with no competition, I'm going to be pissed. Now, don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying Aiden O'Connell does not have the tools to be a starting quarterback. He does. But what I'm saying is if they just whatever and say, oh, there's no competition for Aiden, he's the guy, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Because why? That's the same shit they did with Derek Carr, bro. They did the same shit. Oh, no competition. You feel what I'm saying? This is the guy. And that's bullshit. Why? Because there wasn't no heat on his ass. Wasn't no heat on him to get better. You feel what I'm saying? He stuck with the same goddamn bad, what do I want to say? He had bad fucking skills to come in, right? And he didn't do anything to work on those things. So when you don't give anybody no competition, he's not going to sit there and actively work on these things. Oh, he had bad habits. That's what the fuck I want to say. He had bad habits. Derek Carr had bad habits. And if you don't have fucking competition to help push somebody or to do certain things, and you let him be comfortable with what they're doing, he got comfortable in his bad habits. You can't do that shit with this one. No, He needs competition, whether it be a second-round quarterback, a third-round quarterback, maybe. If you're not going to get one in the first, goddamn it, you got to get some young quarterback in here to push O'Connell's ass, bro. I'm not just going to sit here and say he's the automatic starter, bro. Fuck that. No. There's only like 2 dudes, maybe 3 on this team where you can say, yeah, bro, they're the automatic starter. There's only 3 dudes on this goddamn roster if we're being honest with ourselves. Everybody else warrants competition. You got to be fucked up, bro. We ain't making the playoffs. I'm thinking somebody's goddamn job is safe. Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't want to do all that. Salute. Mr. Took Your Soul. What's the deal? Gunsmoke says, so Cliff, I'm going to tell you right now, bro, I do not think they're getting Justin Fields. They're not. I mean, you just think about it, right? The offense with Getsy, I already said this, right? The offense with Getsy, bro, it took it like a year and a half for him to actually play to Justin's skill set, right? I don't think Justin wants to deal with that shit. It just looked like they were never on the same page in Chicago, ever. So for us to get Justin, and if we did do that and he was cool with Luke Getsy, it'd be a shock to me. It would be a shock if we got him. Because it just never looked like them two had any type of synergy as play caller and quarterback. It never looked like it. I believe Brady was a Patriots success. All the coach, see, yes, I do believe that, Gunsmoke, to a degree. I don't know. It's kind of hard with the Patriots, and that's a whole other thing I can get into. Because I think Bill Belichick is great in his own right? He's great in his own right. And I think that Brady and Belichick did complement each other. But where they fucked up is egos got in the way and somebody wanted to take credit, bro. Like, if they didn't care about credit, they could have went and did some more shit, honestly. They could have. They did. But egos got in the way, and credit need to be had. Regardless on what side, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it's Brady's side, Belichick's side, credit needed to be had, and they fucked each other's off with that. That's usually what happens when it comes to male-dominated sports and shit. Egos get in the fucking way, right? You know what I mean? It's pretty stupid. But when you look at, like if you look at the relationship with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, none of them look like they're clamoring for credit, right? It's just something to think about. I don't know. But I do think that in the league too many times that these great quarterbacks are getting coaches jobs that don't really deserve to be getting jobs, right? I will say that. The NFL has a problem with good quarterbacks getting some coaches jobs that shouldn't be getting fucking consideration for jobs other coaches, right? So I think that's the thing. And I think Aaron Rodgers is the worst one, right? He's the worst one. Aaron Rodgers, every coach he's gotten hired ain't got a good fucking track record right now. I just say that. It don't. Even Mike McCarthy. Is mid. He's fucking mid. So I'm like, bro, if it was me, I don't give a fuck what Hall of Fame coach or Hall of Fame quarterback you'd have had. Really, personally, if you had a Hall of Fame quarterback in your coaching career, I'm more than likely gonna look at you sideways because I don't know what the fuck you did, right? I don't know if you're responsible for that, or I don't know if your boy was just saving your ass. Who knows, right? We don't know. Salute, Mr. Turkey Show. What's the deal? Get that right. Spencer, you know what's crazy, Trey B? Now, if you would have told me this a week ago about Spencer Rattler, I would have threw up in my mouth, right? I would have fucking threw up. But after watching him at this Senior Bowl, shit, he was better than Bo Nix and Michael Penix in my eyes. That's something I can work with. You feel he did some shit this Senior Bowl that made me look at him a little different, right? It made me look at him a little different and be like, all right, I might be able to take you and develop you, right? I might be able to take you and develop you because my whole big concern with him was like this shit right here. Because I remember him from before college and he was on that high school quarterback show. Then I since then I never fucked with him. But and then the Oklahoma thing didn't get no better, right? Because he got a spot taken by Caleb Williams. So it's like, but you know, respect to the kid, bro. He went to South Carolina, reinvented himself. Said, fuck that. I ain't going out like that. Had a pretty good season, all right? Had a pretty good season, worked his way into this point, had a pretty good Senior Bowl. So from that, right, I can already see that the mental toughness is there. And that's something that most Raider fans is worried about getting Caleb Williams. You want that mental toughness, right? So I see he's come out here and he's reinvented himself, and he's also, you know, shown a lot of toughness within himself to say, I'm not going to go out like that. So that's something I can build on, for sure. So if I know shit get hard, I know he ain't going to fold. That's all that's what I can say off rip. Yep. I've never heard of no Bobby Sloak before this year. I'll tell you that right now. Never heard of Bobby Sloak before this year. Randy, I believe they will have Q. Yep. I think it's warranted. I think it needs to be competition, right? Like I said, there's only 3 dudes on this team who spots should really be safe. That's it. Only 3. And that's at like 50 something. So no. Right? Luke Getsy seems like he was a huge part of Devontae Adams' development, and Devontae apparently had his best years when Getsy was there. And in one year, Getsy was part of Green Bay going for 50. See, and shout out to Sean. This is something that, you know, my guy Chris from Protect the Shield was saying, right? I mean, a lot of people say that, you know, he was part of Devontae's development, which I know if that's the case, Devontae must be bouncing off the motherfucking walls, ain't he? But I'm trying to save some of the stats because we got somebody from the TRS squad coming up in here. So I'm trying to save some of the stats for when they do hop on so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Maybe it can help y'all out. But we're going to keep going, man. Keep going with this. They should draft a QB in the second round, sign a vet, and let the 3 of them battle for the starting job. May the best guy win. Now, if you could tell me, right, Michael Penix, fucking Bo Nix, maybe in the second round as one of your quarterbacks, Aiden O'Connell as one of the quarterbacks, and then maybe you get a veteran, which I don't think the actual competition will be between the veteran. I think it'll actually be between, you know, AOC and the rookie. But either way, you get a veteran, right? You let and then I think that's a good mix to me. That's a good little mix right there. I'd be fine with that. Like I said, I need something to be had in the first 2 rounds. You feel what I'm saying? Like first 2 rounds, I need something from this Raiders organization at the quarterback position. For them to settle, right? If they were to settle and say, we're just gonna settle with, for example, we're just gonna settle with Russell Wilson and not even look to do anything like that in the draft. That's gonna piss me off. Or, you know, we're just gonna go with Aiden O'Connell. We're good. We have a young one. That's gonna piss me off. That's settling. It's fucking settling. No competition, like my man Randy said. He thinks there will be competition at the QB spot, and I believe it's warranted. I believe that's the only way to make everybody better because we're at this point right now where the QB position is in more flux than it's been I don't know how long. So I do think, you know, it's warranted. It's definitely warranted. Good offensive line, running back, wide receiver. I believe so. And this offensive line definitely going to get upgraded. And what's crazy to think, the narrative of like the offensive line being a bottom 5 unit is a wrong narrative. I understand sometimes the stats inflation. They were ranked the 10th best offensive line this year. To me, they were like the 14th best offensive line. But still, that's not trash, right? That's not garbage. The 14th best ranked offensive line is not garbage, right? And there were things I think O'Connell did that didn't necessarily help the O-line either. Early when he starting, right? Towards the end of the year, I think O'Connell did a better job of getting the ball out of his hands, right? Getting the ball out of his hands, not holding it so long, not taking some dumb sacks. But I think when O'Connell first got into that starting role, yeah, bro, he was doing some things that weren't really helping the offensive line to me. And that's not me saying they couldn't get better. They definitely can get better. But as we saw, you know, the offense, the line started to gain a rhythm, and that's without Colton Miller, right? That's without Colton Miller being in the lineup. You got Jermaine Illuminor and Thayer Mumford going left tackle, right tackle. So I think definitely there are spots the offensive line need to get better. I think we can get a better center for sure. I think we can get a better center. I think we can get better guard play for sure. The tackle spots, I'm still not a person to say that we should draft a tackle in the first round. I don't think we should. I don't. I would re-sign Jermaine Illuminor, and I like Thayer Mumford. I do. That's just me from what I've seen from Thayer Mumford and his development since he's gotten drafted to now. I like Thayer Mumford. I do. And I'm not as low on Jermaine Illuminor as most people in the fan base are. I'm not. I actually like Jermaine. Yeah, I think the interior is where we can get better. The center and the guards, bro, for sure. Parham, I think, is good. He's straight. But, center, another guard, yeah, we can get it done. For sure. I would take a DT in the first. That's me. I'd take a defensive tackle in the first. Get a big boy, right? Get this defense. Finally spend on this defense what we should spend on this defense. Because we ain't done that even with draft capital. We ain't really done that as we should have. Yep. And I am in love with that center from Oregon. God damn it. I love that center from Oregon. The Powers Johnson, yeah. That dude is a dog because he can play center and he can play guard. And I've seen him get busy at both. So I like him, really do. But if we weren't to get him, there are a couple other centers in this draft that would not be bad options. Wouldn't be bad options. For sure, there's definitely a lot of interior guard play in this draft that the Raiders would be able to draft. And they'll be able to get themselves a nice player if they get somebody in the guard positions in this draft because it's deep. It's definitely deep there. But we're going to go through the Raiders and the Bears comparisons right now for their 2023 stats. So this is the past year, right? So I want to go ahead and pull up something from the screen. Let me pull up because I got my notes right here. All right. Now, we're going to start with this, right? So the Raiders ranked 23rd in passing stats this last year, while the Bears did rank 27th. So that's something to think about, right? That is something to think about. While the Raiders did rank 23rd, the Bears did rank 27th, which, 23rd or 24th, 27th, whatever the case, bro, it's still bad, right? It's still bottom of the fucking league. But regardless of the fact, you can look at that. So, this says postseason. With the Raiders, you see, the Raiders had about, let's see how many passing yards they have total. Raiders had about 3,380 passing yards total, while the Bears finished with 3,096 yards total. So that's there, right? That is there. Next thing, this is what you really want to see, right? This is where people are saying that Getsy can hang his hat on, and this is what we're going to look at. So last year, the Raiders ranked 30th in rushing, right? They ranked 30th in rushing. The Bears ranked second. Okay, now keep that in mind. The Bears ranked second. Now, how much of the rushing attack was Justin Fields, right? That's the next question. Because when you look at here, right, the Bears had 2,399 yards total on the ground, right? That's what they had for the 2023 season. The Raiders finished with 1,542. So we finished bottom of the league, right? We finished bottom of the league. And as you can tell, when they played us, that man ran all over our defense, right? I didn't see Deontay Foreman have no type of fucking success like that after. Them running backs was going stupid, right? And that's without Justin Fields. Let's keep that in mind, right? When they played us, they ain't had no Justin Fields, right? So Justin Fields wasn't accounting for like 40% of the run. When they played us, it was pure hand that ball off, and they was getting 5 yards a pop. So, we can say that. What I want to do right now, because you saw I just gave you them rushing stats, we're going to look at what was Justin Fields' stats, right? We're going to see his rushing stats, Justin Fields' stats. Because that will tell us how much he accounted for their run game, right? For their run game, how much did he account for that. When we're looking, he had, let's see, for rushing. Give me what I need now. So he had 2,562 yards, and that's passing. As far as his rushing stats, bro, they're not trying to show me that. Why don't they want to show me? Here we go. He had 657 yards on the ground this year, right? Justin Fields has 657 yards on the ground. And keep this in mind, the Bears offense as a whole had 2,399. So did he account for a lot of it? Maybe, but not a lot. Right. So let's look. Boom. We're gonna do some little head math right here, everybody. For everybody to see here, we're gonna do some head math. Let me see. Boom. He had how many on the ground? We're going to put this in the calculator. 657. Minus 657. We're looking at there's still 1,742 yards to be accounted for. That's if you take Justin Fields out, right? If you take Justin Fields' rushing numbers out, you still have 1,742 yards, right, to account for their rushing attack. And if you were to rank that 1,700, right, they would be somewhere in the middle of the pack, right? Because Kansas City is ranking with 1,784 yards, right? And they're somewhere, I believe, like 14, something like that. They're ranked 14. So even without Justin Fields' rushing stats, the Bears would still be middle of the pack, right? Still be middle of the pack and running, which ain't the best thing in the world. But at the same time, that opens my eyes because I looked at, the Bears' rushing stats as inflated, right? Just because of what Justin Fields is doing. But to see that they would still be somewhat middle of the pack, yeah. But as we can see, Justin Fields took them over the top to be second in the league because they were only second to Baltimore. They're only second to Baltimore, right? But also with Baltimore, they run the ball, but Lamar runs as well. So I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to see. Look at Sean Johnson on the top of the row. Cedric Van Pran. I like Cedric Van Pran. If you watched Turf and I the other day, bro, we took Cedric Van Pran in our last mock draft. I think we took him in the second or third round. One of the two. But in the last mock draft that Turf and I did, we definitely took Van Pran either in the second or third round. I'm high on Van Pran as well. I'm definitely high on Van Pran. If the contract is not done by today, I'm gonna start scratching my head. Right. I'm gonna start scratching my head because I'm gonna start looking like it's the same shit with Kingsbury, right? Like we heard it was expected, and then it was quiet. For too long, it was quiet. And then we get the news. So if he don't sign and it's not official by the end of the day, we can start getting worried, right? We can start getting worried and be like, what the fuck is going on here? And even if he doesn't sign with the Raiders, I've already said this, you can still look and be like, what's going on? That's two coordinators already that did this. So I don't know. Bears had a better QB. Yeah, right? Yeah. But, right? Stats are the stats. And the Raiders were better passing than the Bears were. Stats are the stats. I hate to say it, but that's true. Drafted triplets from FSU. Interesting. I didn't think about that. I got to look at them. CJ Stroud was only good because Texans hired 49ers passing game coach who was there for 3 years. The Shanahan effect. True. But I will say, Ja, I still ain't heard of no Bobby Slogan before this. So they didn't know if that shit was going to work either, right? The Texans took a shot in the dark, right? It was like, all right, he's coming from the Shanahan tree and so. Let's see what he does. So I want to see. Yeah, I mean, of course, Don P, we not, and I agree with you 100%. I'm not sitting here hoping the man fails, and and nobody here should be hoping that this man fails either, right? That's foolish behavior. Because if he fails, guess what? We're trash, and I don't want that shit. So once again, I'm not completely sold on the idea, but I'm not completely gonna shit on it either. I have no idea what it's gonna look like, right? A no down of football has been played. I can talk all this shit right now in February, and then when the season comes and they start doing good, I'm gonna have to backtrack on all my shit. So no, let's go ahead and see where it leads us. If he's trash and we can physically see on the field that he's trash, I have no problem saying that. I don't give a shit. I have no problem saying that. Yes, I do. I'm glad you said that, Cliff. I'm glad you said that. Shout out and rest in power to Carl Weathers, man. He was a Raider. Definitely one of my dad's favorite characters from Rocky 2 for sure. And my dad put me on to Carl Weathers, man. So definitely shout out. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know where I really first started to notice Carl Weathers, and this is crazy, bro, but this shows my age. I don't know if you guys ever watched a show called Arrested Development, but I know for a brief stint in them seasons, he was in that Arrested Development show, and he was kind of funny to me. But then my dad pointed out things that, you know, he was a Raider, and he was in this, and he was in Rocky and all that. So then, you know, I started to like him even more. But once again, man, rest in power to Carl Weathers, man. Hopefully, you know, his family gets some peace in this time, man, and you know, everybody can feel the love that Raider Nation is spreading to him. So, you know, much appreciated for you saying that, Cliff. I do appreciate you saying that. Let me see. Now we need to make Hugh Jackson off. Shit, we get Hugh Jackson, and I know goddamn the run game gonna crack. The run game gonna pop, ain't it? I mean, at least you can say one thing: Getsy gonna run the ball, and if you bring Hugh in, Hugh gonna want to run that ball. So at least the run game gonna get to cracking now. We have Eric B or Hugh J. Yeah, the run game gonna get to cracking, bro. At least that. But see, we all, even if the run game gets to cracking, right? We still have the same concern. Who the hell is gonna be the quarterback? And if it's Aiden O'Connell, cool, but he gonna have to take a leap. He's got to take a leap. There's no other way around it. If he plays the way he played last year, we're in the dumps. We're in the dumps. So I think, you know, of course, that don't need to be said, but you know, and it's understood. Aiden O'Connell probably understands that. The coaching staff understands that. If you roll with the kid and he don't develop, well, that's everybody's ass. That's everybody's ass. Telesco's ass, AP's, everybody getting served on a silver platter because you believed in him and you believed in his development. And if he looks the same way he looked last year, it's a fail. It's a fail. He can't look the same way he looked last year. Tells Tom Coleccio is a bad move. Yeah. Fingers crossed it was for the best. Are you, first of all, wasted banana? I don't know if you're a Chiefs fan, but if you are a Chiefs fan, you know you can't say that, right? You can't. What you just said, you can't say that because the Niners say that. So then where are you at? Are you a Niners fan or are you a Chiefs fan? I don't know, man. I don't know. And we can't say that yet if he got to pass Brady. He is in the conversation, but he got to pass Brady first. Seen him in the new show that, you know what I mean? Like, so shout out to Carl Weathers and his family, man. I know he lived a nice, beautiful life, man. So hopefully everybody finding peace in this time. But as we continue, right? As we continue, because what was we over here going on a tangent about? Going on a tangent, about the Raiders and, you know, their offensive game plans, right? So we talk about the rushing attack. They still would have been middle of the pack if Justin Fields does not run for the yardage that he runs for. Okay, cool. Now, I'm gonna look at another pure development. Excuse me while my damn phone charges. But I want to say this, right? As we wait for this, I will say the whole time looking for an offensive coordinator, my one thing that I've constantly said is whoever comes in here needs to know how to use Michael Mayer. Needs to know how to use Michael Mayer. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's a weapon that must be utilized. I gotta read my notes. That's a weapon that must be utilized. I will say, under Luke Getsy, Cole Kmet didn't have bad seasons. Right? That's another silver lining we can look at. As we continue to look at this, Cole Kmet had pretty good seasons under Luke Getsy, right? And he did develop pretty well under Luke Getsy. As a Raider fan, do I believe that Michael Mayer has a way higher ceiling than Cole Kmet? I do. I definitely do. So if that's the case, we should be excited about the development that Getsy can bring to the offense with Michael Mayer. I've said this all the time, right? You got to know how to use the weapons. Now, where in Kingsbury's offense, I was very, very excited to see what Trey Tucker is going to do. In this offense, I'm very excited to see what Michael Mayer can do, right? So it's two different things. It's two different things. Two different things. I will say this. Man, you know what time it is, Sun Goddess. Hey, salute to you, man. You already know, man. It's the nation, man, regardless of it. But we're going to continue. this is something that I want you guys to pay attention to. I want you guys to pay attention to these numbers I'm about to tell you, because these two stats that we're going to do, very important. Third down rankings, right? Third down rankings. The Raiders were 28th in the league on third down, only hitting at a clip of 35%, right? And we all pretty much knew that, though. Like, if you could just watch the Raider games, you know on third down we're fucking horrendous. So we were ranked 28th, hitting at a clip of 35%. The Bears, surprisingly, right? They ranked 20th, and they hit at a clip of 41.2% on third down. So this is third down efficiency. Understand, right? There are two areas. If you watched me for a long time, bro, there are two areas I say a team must be good at. If you're going to fucking be a good team, you got to be good on third down. You got to be good in the fucking red zone. Two areas that for years upon years, the Raiders have not been. And there's no wonder why we're fucking trash, right? Because if you're not good in the red zone and you're not good on third down, well, what the fuck are you good at, right? Like in the waning moments of the game, right? We know you ain't going to pick up that crucial goddamn third down. Or in the waning moments of the game when you need 7 and not 3, no Raider offense in the past has given me any hope that they'd be able to punch that mug in. So to see that on third down, the Bears ranked 20th and we ranked 28th, it's an improvement, right? It's an improvement. So this is not me trying to sell you Luke Getsy or you guys. No, we're just going through the numbers, right? And maybe we can all feel good together, right? You feel what I'm saying? So that's a number that I look at. I put some stock into that. Also, right, I want to say this. In the red zone, now what I just say, two areas that a team must be good in for a team to make a deep push. Third down, red zone, right? In the red zone, the Raiders ranked 24th in the league, hit at a clip of 48.9% in the red zone, right? The Bears were ranked 15th. They hit at a clip of 57.14. Numbers are numbers, right? Numbers are numbers. And yes, from the outside looking in, we can shit on the Bears offense a lot and whatever the case. But these right here, that's good. That's good to me, right? If you telling me in the red zone, you're going to come in here and hit at a clip of 57.14%, something that the Raiders ain't done in I don't know how long, right? We can live with that, right? Because, I mean, and maybe him running the ball pays with that as well because we're going to punch it in the red zone, bro. We're not going to get cute down here. You know what I mean? We're gonna play football. We're going to line it up, and we just going to smash y'all in the mouth and get this in for 6, right? Maybe that's the case. But shit, I don't care how you do it. I don't give a damn how you do it, bro. I just know that the Raiders offenses in the past have been terrible in the red zone. That's another main point on why Josh McDaniels was hired. If we want to be real with ourselves, Josh McDaniels and Mark convinced himself to hire Josh McDaniels. Why? Because he was better in the red zone. He would be better situationally on third down and shit like that, right? That's why Mark went after Josh McDaniels for real, to get better in the red. But he didn't. He didn't do that. So if this is something that he can bring to this offense, it'll be good. It'll be good. Now, the negatives is when you watch some of that Bears film, right, or you see some clips of that Bears film, you got receivers running in the same goddamn areas, right? Like, makes no sense. People running into each other and shit. Like, come on now. You know what I mean? You don't want to see that on no all 22 film. And that's something you can't really blame on the quarterback. If you got motherfuckers in the scheme and the formation literally running into each other or running spacing and shit in the same area, right? Some dude's running a goddamn curl for 10 yards. The other one's running it for 8. Like, it makes no goddamn sense, right? Like, it makes zero sense sometimes when I see some of the clips that I see. So you can put that on the coordinator. But then there are times I see on other clips where there are motherfuckers streaking wide open, right? And you would sit there and you'd be like, why is Justin not hitting these receivers? It's such a double-edged sword, bro. It's such a double-edged sword. This is why I continue to say, with a hiring like this, you don't have to be excited about it, but you don't have to shit on it either, right? Because you don't know all this whole time. Everybody's trying to figure out, is it Field? Is it Getsy? We gonna see. Brandon Rock. Ooh-wee. Oh! What's the deal? Turf in the building. What is the deal? So, hey, I was over here going over some stats. You know, I got to get the details of it, right?
I've been
going over some stats. And I know me and you and I we weren't really excited about the hiring, but after you hear this, let me know what you think. Yeah, and I've said this. The Bears on third down, right? This is third down, and I'm giving you red zone stats. On third down, the Raiders ranked 28th in the league and hit at a clip of 35%. The Bears ranked 20th on third down and hit at a clip at 41.2. In the red zone, where you already know, as a Raider fan, like the red zone, that's but the Raiders ranked 24th, 48.9% at a clip they hit. The Bears ranked 15th at 57.14 in the red zone. So these are things you can look at and be like, maybe not bad. Like those aren't bad.
I think that's pretty outstanding considering what we had. I mean, as well as considering what he was using. You know what he was the cards being about, if you will. Yeah.
Like doing my research, I didn't know the Bears ranked second in the league in rushing. They ranked second behind Baltimore. Now, obviously, the question mark was, right, Justin Fields ran. So on here, we did some math, right? We took out Justin Fields' numbers because Justin Fields had 600 and something yards rushing, and the Bears finished with like 2,000. But if you take out Justin Fields' rushing numbers, the Bears still finished with 1,700 yards rushing. They still finished with 1,700.
Wow. That's
we finished we finished 30th. We finished 30th. They would have been middle of the pack, like 18, something like that, if they were to continue to do that. So that opens my eyes to a tad. To me, it's not saying like I'm gonna completely fall in love with it, but it does open my eyes a tad.
Right. No, it does. It absolutely does. And I'll give credit where credit is due. I've actually done a little bit more research. Shout out to Chris for scolding me. Telling me I ain't do my research. You know, but yeah, I mean, y'all always got to give me time, though. That's one thing.
Oh, for sure.
The Raider Nation and the public will learn about turf. When it comes to football, I get emotional quick. I'm a big whining crybaby immediately, effectively when it's not going my way. And last night I was livid. I didn't want to even pay attention to nothing. So now with cooler heads prevailing, it's not bad. Real talk. I'm not saying that because, the whole sport jump on. No, I'm being honest based on the numbers. The one other big thing that y'all brought to my attention as well, which makes a lot of sense too. I mean, do you think Devontae would be cool with this? If you know what I'm saying? He had a problem, and he has been coached by him. He's been around him. He knows him very well. So, I mean,
I think Devontae's the only person in that locker room probably like, oh, yeah, I know what he do.
Exactly. So, with that being said, that could have been the whole reason why they went that direction to begin with, as far as the first interview when they started this. So,
I mean, you couldn't tell me that Josh didn't look at that hire and was like, "Oh yeah, let's get to work." Josh Jacobs probably looked at that, and Zamir probably got excited. Boy, they was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna run the ball at least," you know. But I said this and it concerns me. It just concerns me, right? You get Getsy, you dead the Fields talk now, dead it now, because we're not getting Justin Fields. Not with new Getsy, bro. I've said this all along, Turf. You correct me if I'm wrong, bro. You know I said it. He's going to Atlanta. He's going to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree.
He's going to Atlanta. It's the best situation for him. That Zach Robinson dude who we wanted go get something out of him. Oh yeah, bro. It's good for him.
I agree.
So why would you come to a team where it didn't work already, right? And y'all showed no positive signs. It'd be different if they had some type of positivity coming in. We'd be like, oh yeah, bring them over here. You know what I mean? They have success, but they don't have no previous success. So we can't get no Fields.
Nah, it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, that's why it's getting scary. It's getting real out there. We got to figure out what we want to do.
and we gonna trade up into the top 10 and let Luke Getsy. Like, and once again, I'm not shitting on the hiring, but at the same, we gotta call a spade a spade. Like, we're gonna let Luke Getsy develop a top 10 quarterback, or we like? Let's just be real.
I mean, hey, some has stated he developed Love.
I said that.
Yeah,
he was there. He was there to help develop.
By the looks of Love, I'm not opposed.
Right. I wish I knew definitively if that was his job. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Absolutely. And those are the devil in the details that we love to hear and know about.
Yep. Because we don't know. Because if it was to come out that he was working with Jordan Love real close, right? And for those 2 years he was there, he was at his hip and all that other. Yeah. Then I'll trust you even more, right? And we can do this thing. We can go ahead and get a top 10 dude and let you do his thing, and we can. But I don't hear none of that.
None at all. I mean, I think we just got to give it his time, man. I mean, the decision was made abruptly and quickly for a reason. I think it was always in their back pocket. Again, we have the advantage here, knowing that Devontae Adams is the one that's going to have to give the goods on them more than anyone else. He's the one that's been around them and worked with them more than anyone else. So the fact that they went this direction and did it quickly should tell us that this is something that Devontae is absolutely okay with and may have even, pushed them to do it for all we know. For all we know, they may have been leaning towards Bieniemy and looking at those stats if you want to do your homework.
Oh yeah, because if you look at the stats,
Bieniemy didn't look too well. So
no, they ranked 32nd in rushing, and I told people on here, I'm like, with Josh Jacobs, if we don't run the ball, oh my God, can you imagine Raider fans if we rank 32nd in the league with Josh Jacobs? Eric Bieniemy will never hear the end of it, boy. We will be livid. We will be pissed. So no,
absolutely. I agree with you, Miss Sun Goddess. Shout out to the Sun Goddess.
Right.
Yeah,
we let it play out, bro.
Emotionally upon hearing about Getsy. Now that we had time to let it sink in, let's move forward and continue to support our team as we always do.
That's a fact.
I agree with that.
100% agree. Because I said it before you hopped on. We could easily come on here as content creators and be like, "Oh, the Raiders are gonna be trash. They're gonna suck. Oh, this is gonna be a terrible season." And then, but it's February, right? Like,
exactly.
Come on, bro.
Exactly.
It's February.
Yep. I mean, the more and more we let it sink in, the more and more I think we'll be able to appreciate it. And I mean, but the bottom line is he obviously knows that the spotlight is 100% on him. He can't get this wrong. There is no, in my opinion, a second chance. Like, if you don't get this right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this 100. There's no way to get any worse than what you were last year as a team
offensively. Offensively, no.
Period. He has to produce better than last year. There's no way we can give anybody a pass, nobody offensively, when it comes to that perspective. So he's got a clean slate. I mean, it is what it is. In my opinion, it's not hard to beat what we did last year.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, you're talking about like 19 games.
Yeah, so you starting out, you know what I'm saying, on the
ground zero. Ground zero.
You at the foundation. So you can only mess this up. And that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. This is your shot, homeboy. This is where it's, sink or swim, right? The bottom line. I don't want to hear nothing about the head coaching positions. No. I want to see him come into a place and do exactly what's necessary, which is 100% coordinate this offense from the ground up to make sure it's sound.
Yep, and I agree.
This is an offensive coordinator's dream right here.
It should be, because what Cowtown Luda is saying right here is 100% fact, right? Hated hire initially, but I do think the play calling will fit with the personnel. That's another thing we got to think about, right? Does the personnel fit him better than what Chicago's personnel does? And we have to say, of course, the Raiders have better skill positions than the Bears.
Correct.
The quarterback position in flux, but skill positions wise, oh yeah, bro. Like, it's night and day.
100%.
To be honest, although he didn't work in Chicago, he definitely doesn't have enough of a resume to hate the dude, and I agree. Like, look, the Chargers just hired Greg Roman. If we would have did that shit, yeah, bro. Now I can sit here and be like, yeah, this is trash. Like, look at the resume.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm not gonna just 100% act like I'm completely happy about this, because the bottom line is, look, we'll talk. I mean, we're saying what we're saying to help the guy out, but on the flip side, I am actually starting to look back at Mark on this one. Hey, you can't get everything right, but the checkbook was supposed to be open. We were supposed to have a star-studded, front office, right? That was the goal, right? You're in Vegas, right? That's why he went out and got Ziegler and McDaniels, right? Because of the fact that we need something big in Vegas, Las Vegas, and now we had our hooks in, and the only reason I would agree with them not giving Kingsbury what he wanted was if he was trying to force the hand for Caleb Williams.
That's what I think too.
If he was trying to do that, then it makes sense. But if he was cool with Daniels or whatever else, man, came down the pipe, but they were willing to pay him what he wanted and give him the years, I got a problem with that. Because
I'm gonna say this though, Turf, and we can talk business sense, right?
Absolutely.
After the Kingsbury thing, I didn't like that from Kingsbury. I don't think it was all on the Raiders, right? I think the Raiders,
100% it wasn't.
The Raiders offered him what they offered him, which is fair, right? What they offered him, like 2 mil, 3 mil, something like that. And he wanted like a mil over. Right. Me personally, right? I'm like, if it's me, and especially if he come in demanding quarterback, I'm gonna be like, well, who the fuck do you think you are?
Right.
Where were you in a year, bro? You weren't calling no plays last year. So what the fuck do you think you were doing? And even the last time I saw you in the NFL, it didn't end pretty. So where do you get off? Right? They're like, where do you get off trying to big time me? Get the fuck out of here with that. Like,
right. No, I agree. And him knowing, see, the problem is everybody knows everything as far as what's necessary on each side.
We need his ass.
Exactly. Just like, you know what I'm saying? He knows we got money. He knows
he ain't got no leverage.
Exactly. On top of the fact that, hey, this is a tough job to come into because you have to produce. And if you don't, there's absolutely no one to blame. He knows this might be the shot. And if I mess this up, the reality is people are going to know the gig.
Because you go to a place that has all this skill.
Everything you need. And everyone under the sun knows we have zero talent offensively in the front office from an offensive side of the ball, prospectively, period. Bottom line, everybody is defensive minded. So this person coming in absolutely is the focal point of everything offense in this football team. Period. That goes for even helping with the choice of who we going to pick based on this design.
Now, I can't say if that's what, so because we're speculating a little bit, but we will say this, right? If that was part of the thing where Kingsbury was like, I don't know, man, like that's a lot of responsibility, and you can clearly see it's going to be on me, right? You can clearly see it's going to be me. No, I don't want that. I'll go over to Washington, and see what Washington does over there with that. If Getsy, this is once again speculation, but if Getsy was like, fuck that, I'll do it. Yeah, bring him over here then. Let's go then. I like that because once again, not everybody is meant to wear the colors. And
not everybody is a Raider.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yes, I agree. Not everybody's meant to be a Raider. You are 100% correct about that. And the fact that Kingsbury did what he did, that let us.
I didn't like that.
Oh, we dodged the bullet.
Yeah, I didn't like that, bro. I mean, of course, I was mad that AP didn't get the hiring, but I didn't like the way it went down, bro. It seemed greedy to me. Right. It just seemed greedy.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that I will stand by. I will say I would have liked Kubiak too. I would have took Kubiak.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at all.
Kubiak.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he was taking chair. He was checking temperature, bro. He was. And if he go to Washington, we pretty much know why.
And hey, bottom line is you can't be mad at that. I mean, That man's feeding his family. I mean, that's
you gotta tie yourself to who you think gonna make you successful.
When you hot, you gotta strike. When you hot, you gotta strike.
I mean, if you had the option to choose right between, am I gonna bank my next coaching career on Caleb Williams or Aiden O'Connell or some unknown motherfucker, I'm probably gonna go with Caleb Williams. Probably. Right. Especially if I know him. Like, so you know, like, especially if I just came from a year of like being with the dude.
No,
like,
I agree. This, bro, we all have our people, and that's why I say I'm all about that. That's and you know, if the guy that's coming in is saying, "Look, y'all putting this on me," that's the guy I want. You can't deny him. That's just fact. And if you do,
hear what you're saying, bro.
Be prepared for the fingers to be pointed.
Put me in. Yep.
Exactly. Bottom line, point blank, period. If he wants Russell Wilson, go get him. Bottom line, the man.
That'd be scary for me.
Knows what I'm telling you though is everybody knows this is on this man. See, there is no way to hide this. We all understand there's no other offensive minds in the game in that building. Let's just be 100% on point with this. So he knows that this is all on him. When you know it's all on you, bottom line is you gotta have say in what your players are going to be as far as the scheme that you design you're doing. No one else knows. I mean, sure, people know football and they know offense, but they're not gonna know it like an offensive coordinator for the NFL that's getting paid millions of dollars to do it.
My notifications right now are going stupid because everybody's trying to figure out, right? Oh, Fields sucks, but Getsy sucks too. Getsy don't get no credit for Jordan Love. If he gets credit for Jordan Love, then he should not get no credit for Justin Fields because Justin Fields didn't develop, which is all true. I'm of a believer of Sam, bro. Like, and this is what I hate about 2024 and all this other shit. Shit has to be clear and concise, and you have to pick a side, bro. Sometimes two things can be true, right? It can be true that he may have helped Jordan Love, and it can also be true he didn't do his damn job with Justin Fields either.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
I wouldn't say that Justin Fields and Jordan Love is the same quarterback, though. They're not the same quarterback.
No, not at all.
They play the game different. So maybe, and once again, Turf and I are not trying to sell y'all on the fact that this is the guy or whatever. We just trying to talk because if he's hired, bro, we have no choice. We have no choice but to talk about it anyway. So we're just saying, right, if they play two different styles of quarterback, maybe he needs a motherfucker of the Jordan Love mold. Maybe, right? Maybe. Or somebody that's just not Justin Fields.
Nope, I agree. I absolutely agree.
No, ain't no guarantee. Ain't no guarantee they get Caleb Williams either.
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, the going price is 3 first rounders. Why would you not? See, that's what I keep trying to say. I don't understand why a team wouldn't do that, especially if they really kind of know the pick that they want.
But from 2 to 1 to go to 3 first rounders, that's fucking crazy.
That's
crazy.
It goes to tell you if you really believe in this guy, then go ahead and do what you got to do, because that's how if I were in that position, because I know I'm using the pick. I don't know if I were the Bears. They still don't have an offensive coordinator, do they?
No. Do they? No, they hired somebody, bro. They hired somebody. I don't know who the hell it was. Were they the ones that hired Shane Waldron? It wasn't them, was it?
Let me see. Chicago Bears. Yep, Shane Waldron.
It is, huh? So yeah. I mean, shit. Maybe. I mean, personally, I would keep Justin Fields and that Shane Waldron off. Damn, that's another motherfucker I wanted. I like Shane Waldron too.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, this is something that we just talked about, right, Turf? And shout out to Lash, because I saw your comment. Want to get that on. Let it be known that he and his team stands on. OC will know what is true. We will say that AP will make it known what is expected, right, of Luke Getsy and what he wants. But I will say this, Q. Penix looks like the one. If you do hire Getsy, he looked like the one quarterback whose style and everything he does, it just fits. It fits the players on his team, like in their skill sets, and it also fits the way Getsy likes to call plays.
Right.
So it's like, would you be mad? This is all I've said, and I said this before you jumped on. I don't care if it's a first round dude or not. Right. I just need a young guy that's going to give competition to Aiden. That's it, right? Yeah. If that's Penix in the second round, so be it. But at least there's competition,
right? And from what I'm hearing, we can get Penix in the third.
He didn't have a good Senior Bowl, and the fact I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. And maybe it's just me, but the fact that he played or he didn't play in that Senior Bowl, that pissed me off. It pissed me off. I'm like, bro, that's soft as shit. Bo Nick got out there and played. His ass played. Why the hell you ain't playing?
Because he's fragile.
What the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
He's fragile. Yeah.
If that was my, like, even if it was me, right? And my agent, like, nah, you didn't did enough. You don't have to play. Nah, sit the hell down, bro. I'm playing. I done been out here all week, bro.
Because you want to compete.
I'm competing, bro. That's what it is. And especially if you told me Bo Nix was playing, then fuck that. I'm shooting up. Let's go.
Right.
Let's do it, bro. But
only thing I can think of is honestly, injuries. I'd rather be healing.
That's soft.
I'd rather be healing and getting ready.
Ready for competition, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why the hell was you out here in the whole week?
Right. No, I agree. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say is if the man has an injury,
I get
injured, then it obviously makes more sense to heal up and prepare for the combines, because now you absolutely have to shine in the combines. And if you're injured and you run out there and get yourself even more hurt, it definitely kills you, because now, you know what I mean? You're pretty much done. So
and maybe we just built different, Turf. You know, maybe the competitiveness is built different.
They don't have it. No, well, bro, that's what, none of these people anymore have that same competitiveness anymore. It's all about how can I get to what's the easiest road to the top? It's in every
I don't want to mess with what I got going on.
Every sport, man. It's in every sport, and it's ruined boxing. I'm actually gonna start covering boxing and MMA.
That's my dad's joint. My dad loved boxing, boy.
For the people that don't know, boxing is my first love, and I'm actually a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
10 years. I've done Muay Thai for over 10. So it's my thing. It's been my hobby since my early 30s.
Y'all know what that means. Y'all see TRS out at a game or something, and y'all start acting stupid, we gonna fuck y'all up. That's what it means. That's what it means. We gonna get in that ass. That's
yeah. And actually, the other thing too is when I move to Vegas, I'm opening up a jiu-jitsu academy. So but yeah, real talk. I don't know, man.
I say this, right? Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I will say this is the only thing that pisses me off. Like, you get to have your opinion for sure. And I'll say piss me off, but it grinds my gears. Because this guy, guy on Twitter, shout out, I'll be arguing with some of these motherfuckers sometimes. But they like, what'd they say? Raider fans are so annoying with blind optimism. It's not blind optimism. Sometimes we just say we're going to see what the fuck happens.
Absolutely.
Not wrong.
Right. Absolutely.
So were we supposed to sit here in February and be like, "Oh, bro, this is trash"? Fuck
right? No, we're supposed to come together and figure out how this is going to work. Exactly. In this way, when decisions start happening, we've all kind of tossed them all around and reflect. But for real, like we figured it all out. You know what I'm saying?
Learning what pause mean, y'all. We done talked turf with pause meant, so now it's a whole ball game now.
Between that and watching too much, it is what it is.
Hey, and Ja already know, boy. Come next year. Come next year, but especially they acting stupid already because they in our stadium. It's gonna have to get nasty.
Oh man, you already know that first game against them is gonna be a.
That's why they can't win. That's why they can't win.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Oh, especially if it's at home.
Salute. Yeah, salute, Sam. But they already acting stupid.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy, bro. I can't wait to play them at home next year.
Oh, in fact,
knowing that was in our locker room.
A great team is built in the trenches. That's a fact. I mean, we know that.
I agree.
Draft O-line and heavy defense like 2000 Ravens or 2024 Michigan. Okay, QBs, monster defense.
And you want to know what? Marvin Lewis. So that influence is going to be there for this pick. I'm telling y'all already know who I want. I want the boy from Illinois, or I want the boy from Texas, Sweat. I want Sweat, or I can't remember.
Now, if you like, because like I said, we're not married to the first round plan. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
not at all.
If you can get our boy from Illinois in the first, Penix in the second, I'll live with it. I'm fine with that. Then we can rock and roll.
Yep.
But just don't, because now this is another reason why I'm saying it's like, bro, you done hire Luke Getsy, the fan base already on your ass for that, and then if you trade up top 10 to get a quarterback, oh my God, the amount of pressure you done put on yourself.
Right.
Tremendous.
It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, a lot to think about. So I
know everybody we got excited.
I agree with that. I wouldn't be mad if we got that kid from Penn State. Everyone's talking about the offensive tackle.
I've seen a lot of people mocking.
I've seen a lot of people mocking this. It's a shoe-in. No one's gonna say that was dumb. You see what I'm saying? So
you give me that Oregon State dude. You give me that maybe Penn State one. There's also a tackle from Alabama. I know what y'all gonna say, but still,
he's one of them now.
He's not Leatherwood. I give you that. That boy built.
Yeah, he's different. He's different for sure.
You think we trade back? If we trade back, I wouldn't be mad, but they're gonna need to pick somebody up in that second round, quarterback wise.
Nah. We need alignment. I agree. What we got to build in the trenches, man. We've already sealed our fate. Bottom line, we've sealed our fate.
Seems like it.
It is. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably why I'm so fucked up about it, because it's like it just seems like we're not. That aggressive thing is out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's not really the wrong play rundown. See, that's the other thing. When you look at this from the marathon perspective, it's really not the long.
If you're looking at it from the long-term solution, then sure. I mean, that's.
And then the other thing too is think about it. When's the last time you had 5 quarterbacks drafted and then all 5 of them was nice? Never.
Oh, it's not gonna happen.
One is going to come out. And we are exactly, and we know that too. It's going to be obviously Williams and one of them other 3 at the top, as far as Daniels or May. I'm going to lean on Daniels. You're probably going to lean on May. I don't know.
I go with Daniels.
But either way, that and that may not pan out. I mean,
it depends the situation they go to, right? Like, for example, I've said this all the time. If Jaden Daniels goes to New England, he's going to be ass his first year. He's going to.
I would agree, because they don't have any offense. They don't have any
at all. At all. But if Caleb goes to Washington, right? Like, they have weapons over there. It's not like it's like a bare.
Washington ain't no punk. Yeah, Washington ain't no punk. They got wide receivers.
They just need an O-line for real. For real. But him going there, that's not bad. That's not a bad fit for him.
Not at all.
Okay, here we go. Sam thinks that Bo Nix is the 4th best quarterback in this class. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Sam. After this last Senior Bowl this week, anybody could pretty much talk me into either Penix or Nix in that 4th spot, because they both didn't do hot this last week. I mean,
I'm done.
I done said it already. Spencer Rattler was the best goddamn quarterback in the Senior Bowl. He was. And if you're not saying that, if you think any of them other quarterbacks is better than Spencer Rattler, come on, bro. And shout out to my guys who was talking about Joe Milton. I think Joe Milton showed the absolute premium A1 trash that he is, right? Like, he's not good, bro. He's not good.
Yeah. That's funny.
I'm iffy on Guyton. I don't think he's better than some of these other dudes in the class, but I don't think he's bad either.
Right.
I think I don't think he's better than the guy from Oregon State. I really don't think he's better than that dude. I don't think he's better than that Notre Dame guy either. That Notre Dame tackle's pretty nice.
Yep. I agree.
So I don't know. I'm telling you, bro, I said this about Spencer because I talked my shit in the group chat, right?
Right. Yeah.
But after watching him this week and all that, I will say this. You have to say this about the kid. The mental toughness on that motherfucker is different than any of these quarterbacks. Because we saw him from that high school show, turned a lot of people off, right?
Terrible, bro. That's why I can't really mess with him.
Yeah. From that, I can understand.
Mess with him, but I do like the attitude and the confidence. You know what I mean? Yeah. You need that as a quarterback. You need to have that chip on your shoulder / I'm the baddest mofo.
But then to think about it, right, Turf? I mean, we play ball, so like
right.
The way he got his spot taken, like I told you, he got his spot taken by Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah, just took it.
He
move out the way, homeboy.
So the way he got his spot taken, for him to mentally go to another school and be like, I'm not going out like that, and still performed admirably.
Right.
That's something I can take to my bank, bro, and know that you can probably deal with this NFL shit that's gonna come to.
Right. Yeah. Did the biggie to him, creeped up from behind.
Man.
He straight took his job.
And that, bro, I keep telling you, I remember when he took his job too. I was like, Spencer, you're not getting back in, bro. He just ran that mug for 60 yards in his first play, bro. You're not getting back in. It's over. Nix did beat Herbert as a true freshman while he was at Auburn. Oof. That says a lot about where Nix is at right now, huh?
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Because Justin Herbert been in the league for like 2 years, 3 years. As a true freshman, he was at Auburn, and all his stats are better than Justin Herbert by a lot. He's just shorter. I think Rattler will be a QB steal if drafted. Yeah, bro. I think he just – and what's crazy is, like, the skills are there. Like, most of these quarterbacks coming out now in the modern area, I think we're going to have to start getting used to saying, like, they have the skills and attributes. Because that's just where the position is going. Right?
Right.
To see Aiden O'Connell's is going to be far and few in betweens. You're going to see a lot of Zach Wilson's, Caleb Williams going forward because that's the position requires a certain athleticism now.
I agree. I mean, athleticism is key. The defense is getting smarter, getting faster.
Yeah, bro.
It's going to be tough. I mean, that's why it's tough for the offensive linemen, man. I mean, you really can't. There's some guys you just can't block one-on-one.
The edges is too athletic, bro. Too athletic.
So,
I agree. I agree. I mean, you talk about Max Crosby, freak of nature, right? Like, we said, I don't know if I'm speaking. Turf may have a different opinion, but I if it was me, M85, I'm choosing option C and I'm going in free agency. That's just me, right?
What's
because that? He's saying linebacker in the draft when we go early or late. I would go free agency for the linebacker position because we like Patrick Queen. We want Patrick
Queen. We get that dude this game.
So I'll take that. But if I did go linebacker in the draft, it's late.
Hey, that dude Queen is a Raider, bro. There's no question in my mind that dude is a Raider. I don't know how he's not on our team.
I love you talk about him shit. I don't know how far Roquan not here. Damn, man. Like looking at Roquan pisses me off every year, bro. Because I'm like, I wanted him so bad. He's for sure a Raider. But hey, can't cry over spilled milk. Don't get me wrong, I like L4. I think he beats out most of the quarterbacks coming out in this draft. Okay. Will he beat out? I think he can beat out Penix. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect him and say he can't do that. He can beat out Penix. He can beat out Bo Nix.
100%. I think he will beat them out because the game is going to be crazy for them, just like it was for him. This is why we haven't given Aiden a shot yet. Man, I'm telling y'all, we might come out of training camp and preseason go the same way where this kid is undefeated looking good, but then the season starts and they like, y'all don't get it. This kid playing, and before you know it, he's just out there 300, 2 TDs every week.
Now, I'm not tripping now, okay, because we see the way he plays. So who would you, if he can give us what Jared Goff, because we're going to go low. We're going to start low. If he can give us what Jared Goff gave us, we're fine. We're good.
I agree, and you go with an offensive tackle. You take the kid from Penn State. You take Fasano and put him right there in the right side, and you're all set. You're all set. And now, second, I don't care what you do second pick, to be honest. I honestly don't care what you do with the second pick. I would preferably go with the defensive tackle, so that way we can let loose on that defense.
I know.
You know, unless we get a free agent, either or, right? I'll take either or, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an offensive lineman, a defensive tackle. We definitely could use a corner unless we get the defensive tackle that we need. Then I don't care about a corner. You get Chris Jones. I don't care what you put back there. They won't have time to do anything.
Or give me my dude from the Ravens. That's all I want.
That's just that.
I've always said that, right? Like, with a good line,
I want to see. What other team has that kind of a combo?
Oh, nobody. Fucking nobody. Maybe the Niners.
I was thinking the Niners because they got your boy Watt, right? Not Watt.
Chase Young. Bosa.
Young is they did get Bosa. I'm thinking of Bosa, but Chase. I don't think he's producing like he was.
No, hell no. Yeah, see, hey, look, Cowtown already with me, boy. Hey, Matabike, that motherfucker. That's my. Hey, if it wasn't no Chris Jones up in here, bro, he's my number one over it. I love Matabike, and I've always said I think me and Turf share this sentiment, right? Like I told people in the chat, and I remember we got in a whole argument about this before in the chat. Because I was like, if it was between Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner, I'm taking Quentin Williams. Why? Right. Because a good D line impacts more than a good corner does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree 100%.
If I had a top-notch D line, them motherfuckers ain't gonna have no time to get it off anyway. No time. It don't even matter.
I'm trying to tell you. We already got enough secondary. We definitely got enough secondary.
Now, where we do need one more, I will say yes, but I think we can draft that. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, draft it, free agency it. Again, if you get the right defensive tackle in and what's already there, it's game over, man. I'm telling y'all, it's not going to be much time to throw the ball.
So, Turf, I want to ask you and everybody in chat: are we giving up on Jacory and Bennett? Is that over? Like that was just a 1-year thing, and we're not gonna fuck with that no more.
I'm not gonna give up. But ain't my thing.
So yeah, he's albino Patrick Mahomes for sure. I'll give you that.
I don't like Spencer. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like him. I mean, I gotta see more because he didn't do all that well in college either. I mean, like you said, he got beat out. He went. It was South Carolina, right?
It was you know what it was? It was that damn show, bro. He fucked himself off. Too much hype.
That show killed him.
Too much hype. He did too much. It was too much hype coming in, and he didn't, especially getting your job taken. Like, you know how they go. It's hard to come back from that, in my opinion. You think AOC's better than golf? You
know what? I don't disagree. I'm telling you, man, y'all gonna come around. I can't wait for this kid to get his chance, man. Because even if it doesn't happen with the Raiders, or he gets beat out because of the pressure, or whatever the case may be, this kid, I'm telling y'all, man, this kid progressed greatly last year for the tool set that he has, and for the dysfunction. I don't think people understand how great that dysfunction is when it comes to trying to perform, man. And you've never been there. It's just tremendously hard to deal with. Why do you think all these other people talk about it when you have veterans that have to deal with it? It's the first excuse people say, oh, you had 2 or 3 different coordinators. Now put that on a rookie.
Yes.
That can't move in the age that you absolutely have to. Yep. It's just, man, the kid did wonders. And I think if he gets a chance, for all we know right now, he's working on this footwork to get just a little bit faster, as well as adding on to that awareness. Because I'm telling you, if you go back to the middle of the season when he very first started towards the end, you'll notice I'm not saying great progress, but it went from completely getting sacked, like it wasn't even a shot, to slightly making a move so that you could at least try to get the pass off. Now you're at least getting to throw it away to actually now you're making plays.
This is how you know we TRS, ladies and gentlemen, because before Turf hopped on here, we talked about the O-line, right? Because, we were talking about the O-line. Yes, stats can be deceiving because they ranked 10th in the league at the end of the season. I say they were more like the 14th best offensive line. Still, 14th is good. But you saw with Aiden O'Connell, right? When he first started, he was doing things to get his goddamn self sacked. right? Like holding the ball, not doing what he's doing. As you can see, as towards the year went on, like you're saying right there, to your point, he started to get rid of the ball. He started to move around a little bit, and all of a sudden, we started looking at his offensive line like, shit. Now you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely agree with everything you said. Can he beat Kirk Cousins?
No. Kirk Cousins is a baller. I don't understand what y'all not seeing in Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins balls.
I see the skill set similar.
That man plays. That man plays, bro. Wherever he goes, he's putting up 4,000. I don't. That's what he's going to do.
He does. I'll give him that. He does play. You already know what time it is, Cowtown. We on the same brainwave. You already know what it is. Raiders will be sitting at number 3 spot in the draft by more. Okay, John, that's the prediction. That's the prediction.
That's a bold one right there.
We gotta. So everybody that's in here, remember what my man Josh says. If it happens, we coming back to the show, and we gonna highlight this.
You know what? I'm just now noticing Ja got them boxing. Yeah. Hey, you in Vegas, man? You going to the fight? There's a fight Thursday. Your boy fighting. Hit me up, Ja. Boxing is my first love, man. So you'll be shocked at some of my compadres in the boxing world. So yeah, hit me up.
I want to say that. Did you you saw that? I think it was Crawford. He accepted Canelo's weight, so they gonna fight.
Of course, yeah. He's gonna beat the brakes off Canelo. You see it right?
Canelo ain't gonna be able to match that athleticism, bro.
So, yeah, I got the Spence Crawford shirt. I was there.
Oh yeah,
I was right up.
When he fought what's his name?
Spence.
Yeah. Where he fought Spence. Yeah, that fight was so disappointing.
Not to me.
Oh, you knew?
Terrence Crawford's my favorite fighter. I got roots from them. My roommates is from Omaha, Nebraska. I knew it was about to go down. He's a wrestler. I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm gonna let the public know something about a little secret in just any sport in athletics. If the dude was a wrestler at some point, I'm just letting you know you're not outworking him in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter what
the O line is, the D lineman. Yep.
It don't matter. If you are a wrestler and you grew up wrestling and you got that in you, it's a wrap. And that's the thing that a lot of people didn't understand from Crawford. Hey, it's what Tucker has on our squad. I
was just about to say that. They said Trey Tucker was wrestling.
I'm trying to tell y'all. Wrestling, it's the one regret I have. Wrestling and hockey, I know. Hockey, yep. I should have played hockey in high school. They had it. I'm from Windsor, Connecticut. But yeah. If you have a wrestler, trust me, you can put your money on him as far as if he's going to be there at the end, because he ain't going to tire out. That's going to be a dog, and that's just what it is.
Yeah. I remember coming out when they drafted Trey Tucker. A lot of it was like he used to wrestle and he got all that stuff. So
I'm telling you, it's a sport that even more so than boxing. I don't know any other sport to train for that is that vigorous. There's nothing worse.
Yeah. I agree. With a clean pocket in the QB, and he's QB1, we're going to the playoffs. They say with Aiden O'Connell.
I don't disagree with that. Hey, Kyle, you need to come through more, bro. We definitely on the same wavelength. Where's Randy at? I need Randy.
Randy was just in here too, man. I don't know. He probably was
Randy was in here. Conversation, because I'm telling y'all, I absolutely am all about Aiden. I think he should get a chance. I don't want to push him out. You know what I mean? I think we should be trying to encourage the kid and say, hey,
competition is
we're bringing in some comp, bro, and it's going to be fire, but we're going to give you an honest shot. Give him an honest shot.
Now, if we get competition for him and he beats the competition out, I'll wrap my arms around him fully. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? I just want the best quarterback, period.
I want the best product out there. Real talk. That's exactly what it is.
We ain't got no agenda. We don't want to see nobody fail, succeed, to let somebody else to make ourselves look good. We just want him to do good, bro. Whoever's the quarterback, play well. That's all I ask. That's it.
Exactly.
I'm waiting for him to come on. I don't know if he's ready. But I see him in the background.
I was about to type.
I see him in the background. I'm ready to get his opinion on this. I go free agency with DT. Okay, draft a linebacker. If we drafted Eichenberg our last mock draft,
Yes, we sure did. We sure did get Eichenberg.
Well, hey, you want to know some? Okay, you want to know some crazy thing, Turf? What? There's 2 players we drafted in our mock draft that the chat has said something about.
Oh, for real?
Because remember we drafted that Van Pran, that center from Georgia.
Yeah.
Somebody else said they like him in the chat. So, hey, we was pretty spot on.
We on the zone. Yes,
sir. See, hey, watch when the draft comes, bro. You'll be able to look back on some of our mock drafts. You might be able to see a couple players that the Raiders select that we had in our mock.
Right. Absolutely. Where'd he go?
Yes, sir. So we're gonna bring him here on the channel, man. Honorary TRS member, the one, the only. Oh, hold on. What is the deal?
Good.
How you feeling, Rafa? I know it's been a crazy week. You know what I mean? How you feeling?
Yeah, it's been a crazy week because at first I was realized that Kingsbury because he had their own offense scheme, but for right now we're just getting for the look Getsy. But here's the thing. There's nothing official because I just saw for the social media for the Raiders and they just got nothing official. They're just getting like what deal is going to happen, what is going to happen to working on in a deal. I mean, there's nothing that had to confirm, but we had to do this between that position for the defensive coordinator is getting to a ball for like a defense and get like an ability to a quarterback. I mean, I know that in an economy, it's not like what are the answers because we need something like a very involving, like a rookie quarterback or a veteran quarterback to respond with all that about this and the at the opportunity to we got it between Justin Fields or a rookie quarterback like Bo Nix or Keller Williams. It all depends because right now we just see like a lot of things had to go for it, and I mean we need something to involve it about the quarterback, which is more ability and of course aggressivity. That's what it needed for.
Yeah, I agree. And look, what Rafa just said is perfect, right? And I've said this too. They haven't officially hired him, right? Like we're talking about Getsy, right? But they haven't officially made it pen to paper. So who knows?
Yeah, they're not making it officially because, like I tell you, because there's a lot of rumors coming up there, but also there's like an insider because I'm not involved with this clickbait. But I didn't know about this because there are some sources that can be like very dangerous, but there are some sources that have to be like very careful. They have to know for the insiders. But I know for a fact because right now we just seeing it about because we need to a lot of to involve about for the defense. And I know there's something that's just gonna be the opposite position because first, I will tell you for this. I would love to interest in about for the quarterback coach and the OC. I mean, because they're working out a deal. It's not the official right there. I know he's working with Justin Fields because he get it for the exact code. Because imagine if you're gonna trade for Fields and Getsy refused to call him the same for the first weeks again. I mean, they be used as blockers, still haunting about for those dreams. Because I would rather to be like a Chip Kelly. I mean, that was like a teacher that players can believe who's creative and who's take shots downfield. I mean, at the same thought, they're gonna be picking for that tree because unlike for the upcoming candidates who are currently like quarterback coaches and playoff coordinators. I mean, if you look at the body of prior of that year, take it for example for Kubiak resume, it doesn't match the amount of hype he's getting right now. The number one season for shenanigans for the 49ers pass coordinator enough to have confidence as Kubiak is different call OC and the play caller. I don't know because there's a difference between the other Shannon and Gurus. But also the obsession they had to explain it, they had to go for people that won't listen to the picking it off. I mean, take it as an example. It's not an option, but I believe, the cost for the decision of the OBC, I mean, since they're going to want, they can interview for 2 weeks. And apparently, they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait. They can't hurry up. They didn't interview prior to the last week because they had to wait until after the Super Bowl to talk with him. Right. It was very difficult to handle up with Kubiak.
Yep.
Very difficult to Kubiak. I mean, if the plan that about for the LC right now, I mean, if they're gonna start to going out for another team, what even at points or at that point? And the only candidate with Leggett that just doesn't have the job is Getsy. And no matter what you thought about Clay, then we gotta try to put it like Luster Constellation. I mean, they're not down for Hugh Jackson. Well, as you can see, is no longer have to go with. I mean, if they had to go to like every decade of the play suggestions are the game plan. I mean, the best option is like a young offensive mind from college or another team, because I rather be like another difficult decision, because I rather know to take a chance or a young mind who knows today's game.
Yeah, and
makes sense to me.
Maybe Getsy is there. But I do want to show y'all. I do want to show y'all something to pull this up for y'all, man. I want to show y'all the face of greatness.
He said the face of greatness. Oh wow. Who's this? Yeah.
That's
What
Patrick
the fuck is
Mahomes'
that?
daddy.
Say word.
Patrick Mahomes' daddy got arrested for a DUI last night. Now I'm not gonna sit here and like be like, oh, that's why he's gonna play shitty on the field. It's just funny. It's just,
Oh my
it's
god!
just funny, boy.
Dang.
Yeah,
In Vegas or in Kansas City?
they got to be in Vegas.
Yeah,
They got to be in Vegas.
I on
Chiefs,
earth.
this the shit happen. I want to hear no Chiefs fans talking about, oh, y'all play in Vegas. All that,
Oh my god!
Oh man.
Crazy.
No,
Look, hey, hopefully he's good. He know he gonna get out on that goddamn bail. He gonna get out on bail and be straight.
Why is he driving? Your son's
That's
a
my
good
thing.
kid.
Why are you drinking and driving, bro? You know damn well
He's an ex MLBer. I
you
don't
don't need to
doesn't
do that,
make
boy.
sense.
Call your son up. Get a ride. Do something, bro. Don't do all that.
Don't make sense.
yeah, I got a former baseball player, but he was arrested in Texas for DUI. So one of the sources that I just getting, but because he was charged as a DUI in Texas 8 days before the Super Bowl 2024. And I know for a fact, because there are some sources right there. I mean, if he was just like arrested for a charge for DUI for the third time, according to the jail records. I mean, he was and this for the play of this game this year. He was arrested 8 days before the Super Bowl 2024. So he's gonna be like at a third time. I mean, wow, that was in Texas. There's no in Vegas. There's no in Kansas City. There is only on Texas. It just happened.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was Texas. But real shit though, like I'll say this. Yes, we don't like Patrick, but god damn it, he gotta be in the GOAT conversation. The shit he be dealing with.
Oh, 100%.
His brother's a weirdo.
Idiot. He's an idiot.
His brother's
That's
a fucking
weird.
weirdo. His dad over here drinking and driving stupidly. Like, come on,
Wife
dog.
is annoying as all hell. His wife is just past annoying.
And you know, I ain't want to talk about nobody else's wife. You know what I mean? But definitely,
She's annoying. I'm sorry. I don't care. She's annoying.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
She's annoying.
I don't know how many if any of y'all up in here, you know, are black men or anything like that. But she rubbed me the wrong way. She rubbed me the wrong way, bro.
I
For
can't
sure.
stand her.
But yeah, he be having to deal with a lot, bro. And to hear Patrick don't be doing shit, I have not heard not one thing
It
about him.
don't make sense. Exactly. It don't make
Bring
sense.
this man to-
He's surrounded by dysfunction, but just shines at every point.
You know what? The family probably look at Patrick like, yeah, he gonna clean it up. He gonna clean it up.
That's exactly what they doing, like idiots. Just making
That whole damn family except Patrick and the mom. I ain't hear shit about Patrick mom. She be out the way.
She out the way as well. I agree.
Everybody else be tripping.
Straight up. It's acting
That's
bad.
like, damn.
It's
You gotta deal with this a week before the Super Bowl bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in film study and my pops is rolling around in handcuffs.
Bro, now I got fucking go pick his ass up. Like, yeah, nah, bro.
That's gonna be the difference in the game, pops. Yeah, I had to come get you. I couldn't get that last bit of film out, and that's because of you.
I had to go pick your ass up from county. It's your fault. We gonna see. Hey, the way his shit rocking though, I mean, every time they have some stupidity go on, they end up winning. So who knows?
You know good and well, ain't nothing gonna be wrong with that dude.
We want to thank Rafa. Rafa, we appreciate you for coming on every time you do. We do want to ask you, though, I mean, where should the Raiders go quarterback-wise? We want to get that before we do get on out of here, man. Where do you think the Raiders should go quarterback-wise? You think they should draft one early? You think they should stay put, 13, maybe get one in the second round? Or you got confidence in Aiden O'Connell?
Well, at this point right here, I mean, the confidence of Aiden O'Connell is like a 50-50. But I would love to see that for the trade at the first round, because we need to involve like a veteran quarterback or a rookie quarterback to get involved for this scheme or the offensive coordinator. I mean, we just had like a Aiden O'Connell, but it's not ready yet to get involved as a mobile quarterback, because we need something like the starter quarterback who made it through mobility, also intensity, aggressivity. I would love to trade him on the first round.
Okay, who do you like in this draft? Is there a quarterback you like specifically?
Yeah, there's a record of it specifically, but I know because I just saw for the free agency and of course for the cap space, it's not gonna be Justin Fields, because I know that Justin Fields is not gonna happen because he's just not working out for this machine. I mean, there's one quarterback that I just really interested, because he's right now is gonna be the free agency after he's belonged to the Buccaneers. I'd rather be like at a Baker Mayfield, because I know he has a very mobility style, but I know he was being like a struggling in front of the mobility of his quarterback. But I'd love to see him a lot more, because after he was doing for the Buccaneers, I mean, he just went into the playoffs. I mean, I would like to see him very unbothered about the scheme.
I wouldn't mind Baker. I mean,
I'm not against Baker.
Yeah, I like Baker's toughness. I like Baker. You know, I like the way he does get down. I for sure do. He ain't gonna move the needle, but he gonna keep it status quo.
Correct.
He gonna keep it status quo for a cheap little price. I think he go back to Tampa though. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see why they would let him go. There's no reason.
Kirk Cousins will be interesting, but the money. Once again, we have to
money. That's the problem with Kirk Cousins, and I'm shocked that he wants top dollar. I'm just shocked about that. That turns me off.
45
turns me off, and the only reason it turns me off is because he knows he could be the missing piece for a few teams to actually get a chip. And that's the only thing you don't have. Why do you have to have so much more money to cripple the team that you're trying to win a chip with?
Yeah, that's right.
I just don't understand that. Honestly, I don't. I mean, at some point, you got to. At some point, greed is greed. I mean, don't get me wrong. The way that Mahomes did it, I get it. At the end, he like, nah, I want my bread. I did all this pushing stuff, down the line, kicking the can down the road, and restructuring while watching all these other dudes that don't come close to me catch max deals. At the end of his joint, I don't care if he roll out there in a wheelchair. They need to pay that man max contract.
Yeah,
he needs all that money,
every dime, and I get it, but for Cousins, man, you ain't won nothing yet, bro. Why do you need this? Why? I mean, it should be a win-win for both sides. You know what I'm saying? For both sides.
Yes, definitely. It definitely should be a win-win for both sides. Josh says, like we was talking about earlier, Adams wanted Getsy to the Packers after he left, before he went back to the Bears. So if anybody's happy, Devontae's happy. So that's at least we have that. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. It's been a great stream. You know what I mean? Once again, it's another Syndicate Sunday. Rafa, I know you got all your streams going down, man. Tell them where they can find you, man. They can tap in with you.
I would like to say thank you very much, and of course, salute to the Raiders Syndicate, Turf, the Raider Rundown. Also, you can find me on YouTube as Rafael Chacin, as no es el Capitán Rafucho. You can type Rafael Chacin on YouTube, and then there's videos, there's some live streams. Also, there's coming out for the Raiders stream coming soon, because right now I'm getting involved with those news, also the opinions of what's happened to the Raiders. If you're gonna sign up for offensive coordinator. Also, there's a lot of live streams, but also there's a play-by-play in basketball, also different in other sports. And of course, there's a a content that I'm involved about for the film study about those college football players who's gonna be in, who's gonna be out. So yeah, there you go. And of course, my Instagram is gonna be arroba El Capitan Rafucho, and of course on Twitter, Capitan Rafucho. You can find me on the social media. So there you go.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's been another Syndicate Sunday Turf. Let them know what's going down, where they can find your solo show and what you got going on as well. Some people up in here.
Yes, sir. You always know where you find me. It's Tuesdays nights at 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. Obviously, you know the Personal Rundown Show is the hottest show in the land. It's we really do our research, ladies and gentlemen. We're not just out here talking just to be talking. We actually really dissecting and analyzing, doing the best we can to bring the best show we can for y'all. So yeah, and we appreciate it, man. Chat lives matter. I think y'all understand that, right? Shout out to my guy Anton Daniels. Chat lives matter for sure.
Shout out to all y'all in the chat, man. Without this, it ain't possible, man. You already know.
Yeah.
You know, we appreciate all of y'all 1,000%. You know, I would give y'all a showtime, but y'all know what my showtime is daily. So make sure y'all just go ahead, tap in. Your boy gonna drop whatever. Keep your notifications on. And like Unc said right there, man, Turf and Rundown, best show in the land, Thursday nights, man. Don't miss it. 10:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Pacific, and what's that? 9:30 for you. 9:30 Central time for you. So make sure y'all go ahead, tap in with that. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, and we gonna see y'all next time on another Syndicate Sunday, man.
Peace.
All right, good one.